And today we have the most painful gym nets ever.
The barbell incident.
Huh?
It was the early hours of a Tuesday morning in St. Charles,
That's
Missouri.
rough.
The gym was entirely
Yeah.
silent, and it was the kind of silent that only came when the world outside was asleep. At around 2:50 a.m., a young
Wow.
23-year-old woman would be the only one in the gym finishing what should have been just another workout.
Hell nah. That's why you need you a gym, bro. That's why you need you a little spotter, man. Help you from making these accidents. Ah. Damn.
She was a paramedic, the kind of person used to helping people, saving lives, and bringing the injured to safety. The woman would step into a Smith machine and rack weight onto its barbell, and then she began squatting it. The only issue was that the weight was too much for her. In the middle of her set, she began struggling. She tried hard to re-rack the weight, but no matter how hard she pushed, the bar wouldn't go up. Then, in an instant, her legs gave out. She lost balance and the heavy bar dropped with no spotter to catch it. The machine pinned her down, trapping her beneath the crushing weight. And unfortunately, since she was the only one in the...
Oh, look. This is a Smith machine, though. Damn, she might have gotten rid of the... Wait, hold up. How'd that happen? Because, like, you got to think about it. The circumference... Because I would assume she got some 45s on there. Well, really not the circumference. More like the diameter. Because, you know, once you square root that... I'm talking on my ass. Not really. But, you know, half of the plate basically is shielding you from the bottom of the ground. Where did it pin her? On her head? And bro, that... If she was squatting, baby. But then again, the Smith machine again. Because I was finna say, bro, just drop that. But like, the Smith machine is like, it's at an angle. So if you're going down, if you were to like drop it, I mean, I don't know. Rest in peace. It don't matter how I try and flip and oh, you should have did this, yada. She gone, man. Rest in peace.
gym. Nobody was around to hear or see her struggle.
Damn.
For nearly half an hour, she laid pinned and crushed under the pressure of the weight
Half an
before another
hour.
gym member finally walked in and found her.
Yo,
By then, it was already too late. The member tried to help and called 911, but by the time paramedics arrived, they couldn't do anything for her. Her co-workers at the Christian hospital remembered her as vibrant, full of
Damn.
energy, and always lighting up the room with her smile. But that promise, that brightness, was extinguished in a freak accident that lasted only seconds.
Yeah.
Even in a place meant for health and strength, danger can hide in plain sight.
I'm saying,
If you're
bro.
lifting heavy weights, always remember to bring a partner. There's been a number of times where I've gotten trapped underneath weight without a spotter, but I was fortunate enough to have friendly passerbys help me out. So even if you don't have a partner to work out with, try to work out when the gym is active and has other people in it.
But like, bro, that kind of take away from the atmosphere, bro. It ain't nothing like getting to the gym and you the only one there, bro. Ain't nothing like that, bro. It's a different vibe. It's a different feeling. It's like, at least for me, I feel like I can do like a bit more, you know. When the gym is crowded, like, I don't really want to stay there too long. I don't really want to, you know, be on a certain machine for too long because I'm like, somebody might need to use it, yada yada yada. Like, when I'm just there and it's just me, and this is a rare occasion. I feel like it's probably only happened like twice. Like, it's nice, bro. You get the vibe out. Don't gotta worry about, you know, people seeing you. None of that. Just you and your workout.
May this woman's soul rest in peace. The leg press incident.
Oh, bro, and it's making me feel some type of way, cause bro, I'm going to the gym tonight. Of course, I'll be there with a bro, but once you said this, it just reminded me of that one video. I don't even know if I can show it on YouTube, but it's this dude. He's doing the leg press. The one like where you lay on your back, because I know there's two. There's one where you lay on your back, and then one where like you're sitting down, and then you basically stand up. It's not a hack squat, but it's kind of like the same motion. Anyways, he's laying down. He pushes the weight up, and I think he locks his legs, and then the weight. Look, this is his leg, right? He okay, Bear with me. He pushes the weight up, right? He locks his knees. And then the weight bends his shit backwards. And that's the only thing that's going to my mind, bro. And I'm like, bro, that is one of the worst injuries I could even think of, bro. That's why I stay away from the leg press. That's why I stay away from leg day. Who hits leg day? Like, come on, bro. I don't need all that. Now, I will get on the Stairmaster. You know, I'll do a little squat. You know, hop on a treadmill, but putting them heavy weights on them leg press, nigga, that's scary.
8 years ago, in Vadodara, India, a middle-aged man walked inside of a gym for what should have been a normal workout.
Okay.
He moved from one exercise to another until he finally settled in front of the leg press machine, a piece of equipment built to test and improve raw lower body strength. The man began racking weight onto the machine until it was fully loaded with plates stacked heavy on both.
Hell no. Was this nigga ego lifting? You know, you got them individuals in the gym. They just try to do the most extravagant, outlandish ish that they never would do on their own. Because other people are around, they wanna, like, come on, bro. This is reminding me of a video I seen. That one dude, I think his name is Will, but he went to go work out at the Diamond Gym. Bro, Unc had, I kid you not, there was like 8 to 10 plates on both sides on the leg press machine. I'm like, nigga, that's like 1,500 pounds, bro. What are you doing? And they was doing that shit. Not me.
Both sides. Ahmad climbed in, positioned his back against the pad, and began
Bro, I'm
pressing.
scared, bro.
At
I don't
first,
even want to.
everything seemed fine.
I don't even want to see
Surprisingly,
this.
as his legs pushed the machine, the estimated 1,000 to 1,400 pounds he was leg pressing actually moved. But then came the moment of truth, re-racking the load. He tried to lock the machine and began struggling. In an instant, his legs buckled. The massive weight came crashing down, snapping his left leg backwards with a sickening crack. The gym floor filled with screams as people rushed toward the mangled machine, the horror of the injury plain for everyone to see. But, by some miracle, the man survived. Nonetheless, the leg press still had done its damage. It had left him with a horrible, gruesome injury, and a lesson that would haunt him forever. Don't ego lift. It's not worth your legs.
I'm saying, bro.
The shake incident. It was
Shake.
the end of New Year's Eve in
Shake your booty. Y'all remember that video? I'm gonna play it.
Thank you. Just a shake. Sorry. Shake your booty.
Wales. An aspiring musician and fitness enthusiast had completed his day and decided to finish the night off by preparing a protein shake to drink. As you could guess, this was something he had done countless times before.
The
But
bog
this
is
time,
stuck in his
he
throat.
would try something new.
Huh?
Because after all, it was New Year's. His friend recommended that he add a specific powder into his shake, and excited to test it out, the man put a teaspoon of the powder into
Cocaine?
his drink, blended it, and began drinking it. And then, nothing happened. The drink was just a little bitter, and so he sent a text message to his friend complaining about its taste, but other than that, he was fine. Then the man went to sleep to end his night. Unfortunately, he wouldn't live to see the next morning. You see, the
Wow.
powder the man put in his protein shake was just caffeine. But it wasn't the regulated kind that you'd find in your Starbucks coffee. It was pure, raw caffeine. He only put just a teaspoon of it into his drink, which doesn't necessarily sound that bad. That is, until you realize that one of those teaspoons was equivalent to 70 cans of Red Bull, and he just gulped it down in one sitting. The man shot up away,
What?
equivalent to 70 cans of
1 teaspoon of pure caffeine. 70 fucking Red Bulls, nigga. Are you serious?
Red Bull, and he just gulped it down in one sitting. The
Hell
man
no.
shot up awake in a cold sweat. Almost immediately, his body began revolting. His heart was pounding violently, his vision became blurry, and his chest began constricting as if an anaconda was wrapped around him. He raced to the bathroom and began vomiting. His system had been overloaded with a stimulant so powerful that there was essentially nothing that could be done to stop it. Within seconds, he collapsed to the ground, hitting his head on the floor and going into cardiac arrest. Later on in the morning, his parents would find him cold on the floor and fall into a panic. They called 911 and paramedics rushed to his home, but there was nothing they could do. The cause of the tragedy was later revealed to be the simplicity of one mistake. The scoop he used to measure the caffeine powder was actually meant for protein, not for a fine, potent stimulant. This incident sparked up a huge controversy over the ethics of making something this dangerous as accessible as it was.
That's true.
Many argued that powders like these shouldn't be sold on shelves if such a tiny mistake could come with such a costly consequence.
Yeah, I agree.
The death grip incident. The
Death
death grip
grip.
is a risky form of holding a barbell. When you pick up the weight for bench press, instead of wrapping your thumb around the bar and securing it in place, some gym goers remove their thumbs and place.
See? That's some shit I won't do. What do you mean, bro? That shit can just slip. Slip. Especially if it's heavyweight. You're gonna be sweating. And then it slip. Bang! Right on your chest, nigga. Now what? Now you looking stupid. Hell no.
Place them to the side. People say that this way of bench pressing helps them focus on pushing the weight more. Others claim that it makes their triceps activate. Nonetheless,
Yeah,
it's a stylistic.
Nigga, y'all can't do no tricep pull downs, my nigga. You tell me the only thing you got at your gym is a fucking bench press. So now you trying to hit chest and triceps on the same. Bro, you don't need to do that, bro. You can work them out separately. Unless you want to end up like the individual we're about to hear about.
Way of benching that is extremely dangerous. And on a Monday at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa, a 22-year-old student at Iowa State University would find this out the hard way.
Nigga,
The
my
weights
age.
clanged, the music thumped, and lifters pushed themselves through the grind. For this young man, the bench press was just another part of his normal routine. It was something that he had done countless times before. That day, he made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds in an attempt to beat his PR max.
315? Nigga, how many plates is that? Cause I know 2 plates, 225. So basically 225 plus 45 plus 45. 315. And is that what he's doing?
He made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds in an
That nigga put 3 fucking plates. Do you know the percentage of people that can do 3 plates is like very low? There's a reason for that. But I would like to say that I haven't done 315, but I have done 225. But it was on the Smith. But I feel like it's the same shit, you know what I'm saying? But this nigga was, and I bet he didn't even have a fucking spotter,
attempt
bro.
to beat his PR max. With the plates 3 on each side, this was the kind of weight that demands respect.
It does.
The man laid back and gripped the bar. But in order to really focus on doing his absolute best in this bench press, he switched his normal grip to a death grip, then unracked it.
You know it's called a death grip? Cause if you fuck up, nigga, your ass gonna die. Your ass gonna die. There is one workout that, like, whenever I'm doing it, still to this day, me and my bro, we probably finna fool around and try it out again later tonight or later this week. But one of them workouts is dumbbell inclines. Sit on a chair, go back. Now, the 90s. Every time we touch that motherfucker, you know, he get the weight for me, slapping on my legs, slap the other one on. I get to holding that motherfucker. I'm like, damn, this heavier than a. When I tell you my palms start to sweat, beads start trickling down my forehead. Cause nigga, that's a lot of fucking weight. 90 pounds on each fucking arm, bitch. To this day, like my left wrist is kind of messed up, but I think it's it's getting better. But one day we're doing the 90s, and like I wasn't gripping it tight enough, so the weight was moving around. Ever since that day, bro, my wrist been a little messed up. I think it's getting better though. it's like getting myself ready to push that motherfucker off. It's so anxiety inducing. Now, don't get me wrong, I get that motherfucker up now. A good a good three reps. But it's like the beginning, like knowing, feeling that weight, that pressure on my body. I'm like, fuck. So I can only imagine what the fuck he feeling. Cause in total, on a bench that would just be 180. But this nigga doing 315 with no spotter.
He took a deep breath, and for a moment, everything seemed normal. But before he could even attempt to bench the weight, in an instant, his grip gave way.
Oh my
The
god.
barbell slipped from his hands. The full 315 pounds came crashing down across his jaw, neck, and chest with unstoppable force. The sound echoed through the gym as lifters rushed toward him. Massive internal injuries were already done.
Yeah.
The spotter and bystanders fought to pull the bar up, but the damage was irreversible. The man was rushed to the hospital, but despite everything doctors tried, he passed away from his injuries.
Damn.
His coach later said, "He was lifting weights, something I did with him 1,000 times." But that's the cruel truth of the bench press. It doesn't take recklessness, only a second of misfortune. I hit the gym frequently, and I won't lie, I usually find myself using a death grip whenever I'm doing bench press. But the truth is, no lift is worth your life.
No
Always
lift.
use a safe grip, have a spotter, and never gamble with 300 pounds of steel.
Yeah.
The gym
Never. You ain't got to be scared of it like I am, of them 90 pound dumbbells. But you got to respect it. You got to. Nigga, that's some pressure. That is weight that nigga move mountains. See what I'm saying? When I do attempt 315, I don't know when, but when I do, I'm not doing no dumb shit, no death grip. No. I'm doing it the right way, with respect and honor. Cause I'm not. Rest in peace to Brodo.
should build you up, not bury you. May this man's soul rest in peace. The dumbbell incident.
Dumbbell?
It was a late
Huh? And this is Nightmare Fuel? And there's another story? Is there one or two more? There's one more story after this.
evening inside a small gym in Medapalli, Telangana. The clients had finished their training, the weights were racked, and the silence was broken only by the clink of iron as a 34-year-old trainer and owner cleaned up his facility. But then, out of nowhere, the calm was shattered. 3 men walked into the facility, and for some odd reason, an argument broke about between the two parties. As the feud reached a boiling point, without warning, one of the men grabbed a heavy dumbbell and drove it into his face, instantly obliterating the man's. The men began smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells, striking his chest again and again, with each blow being more devastating than the last. The trainer's body was left on the ground, and the place that he had once built to help people improve their bodies and strength now became his final battleground.
Bro.
The assailants fled immediately after, but luckily they were caught by the gym's security camera as they disappeared into the night. The man was rushed to a nearby hospital, but the injuries were too severe. Doctors fought to save him, but he succumbed during treatment. Investigators believe the motive may have been personal, a suspected love affair or twisted grudge.
What?
Something
Love affair? Oh, like maybe he was talking to some girl. One of the dudes, a part of the 3, is that girl's lover. So he called both of his homies to come beat up on some 34-year-old. Wow.
definitely not worth a human life. The tanning incident.
Oh,
On a quiet
man.
Friday evening, a 39-year-old
This nigga got cooked alive.
Indianapolis man walked into a Planet Fitness on Hardigan Street. He checked in, went about his routine, and got ready to leave after finishing everything he needed to finish. But before he left, he decided to make a quick stop in the gym's tanning bed to give his skin a nice finish. It was quick. The man hopped into the tanning bed and was blasted by tanning lights for 10 minutes, left the gym, went back home, and slept happily ever after. Except that's not what happened. You see, the man's car was left parked in the gym's lot. It never left. And his family became extremely worried when he didn't return home for a day. One day turned into 3 days, and before you knew it, the truth finally came out. The man
You telling me nobody started to smell that shit?
struggled with an addiction that I can't mention on YouTube. It's speculated that the man had consumed some of the substance before slipping into the tanning bed. and while the machine tanned his skin, he quickly realized that he had consumed too much of the illegal substance. He began convulsing while trying to escape the tanning bed, but it would be to no avail. For 3 whole days, the man would remain stuck inside with his body trapping the energy from the device's UV lights, causing him to become disfigured. Finally, a staff member of the Planet Fitness discovered his body locked inside of the tanning bed. He had been there since Friday, alone, silent, and hidden in plain sight. Authorities were immediately called when they found him, and by the time police and investigators pieced it together, questions were everywhere. Why did it take so long for someone to find him? Why did no alarms go off? And was it really just the substance he consumed that caused him to become stuck in the tanning bed? His mother later confirmed he had been struggling with an addiction, but she still remembered him as the kindest person with the softest heart. The gym is where you shape yourself into the best version of who you can be. It's a place that builds not only strength, but also health and happiness. But none of that matters without safety. Safety always comes first.
Yeah.
Train with a spotter when you can, pay attention to your muscles and joints if they warn you to slow down, and never load more weight than you're truly ready to handle.
Oh my god.
With that being said, have a happy day.
Oh, look at Will. What even is that? That ain't no goddamn cat. Nor is it a fox. What is it? A lynx? Is that what you call them things? But wow, we've been recording for 23 minutes. That's sad, man. I don't think. Well, not that I would ever have to go into a tanning bed, but I feel like that's just scary, bro. Heat and UV, and you're just trapped in there for what, bro? To get a nice little tan, nigga, just go the fuck outside. But truly though, ain't that what a tanning bed is for? To give you a tan. So why not just go the fuck outside for the same amount of time that you're in the tanning bed? Because I was finna say like, oh well, maybe they don't go outside because they don't got time, but you got time to sit in a tanning bed for 10 minutes. What's wrong with going outside? I mean, I guess to a degree, it's like your tanning bed is a bit more surgical. It's a bit more accurate. You know, if you go outside, sun, you got clouds, you got wind, it's not the full. Basically, you can get more tan with a tanning bed versus going outside, but damn, I done seen, if you know the show, bro, 1,000 Ways to Die. I grew up watching that. I probably shouldn't have, but I feel like that was one of the episodes. Like, there was some girl or whatever. She went into a tanning bed. For some reason, it got too hot. She tried to get out. She couldn't get out, and she basically cooked to death. Maybe we might react to some of that. I wonder if that's allowed on YouTube though. We'll find out. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for some more. I'll see y'all boys tomorrow.